Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. I used 12 gauge aluminum wire, but you can use what you like providing that it will not lose its shape. Also, you can work hard in the wire. You'll need two pieces at 12 inches each, two 7mm jump rings, and a pair of ear wires. And if you would like to learn how to make these, I've linked tutorial for them in the description box. I'm also going to use a flush cutter, a flat nose, and a round nose pliers. You will also need something round to shape the wire. I'm going to use this bracelet mandrel. The first thing that I'm going to do is grab the wire in the middle like this with the flat nose pliers. Then I use my thumb to slightly push it away from me. Next, I'll use the pliers to push the wire towards the middle, and you want to straighten the wire as you go along, and then you turn it to the other side and you'll continue doing the same thing gradually. And you'll just do this until the wire is looking like a V shape. And as you go along, you want to ensure that you keep the wire flat. Once a piece is looking like this, I use my ruler to measure the bottom, and you want it to be at least a centimeter in width. And as you go along, you can measure it against the other to ensure that they are the same size. Next, I'll go ahead and I measure from the bottom up at 2.75 inches, and I use a marker to mark exactly where I'm going to shape the wire. Next, you just shape it around the object that you are going to use. So I place my thumb over the mark, then I wrap the ends of the wire around the mandrel. Then afterward I slide it down about 1.5 inches just to make it a bit larger. And as you go along, you just measure it against the other, just to ensure that they are the same size. Next, I'm going to make the loops, and to do so you want to ensure that the round nose is lining up with the bottom, and this will center your loops. Also, it is best to use the larger end of the pliers for this. Then you take the wire at the back, over the barrel of the pliers and behind the piece. Then go ahead and do the same at the front, and as you make your loops you rotate so that the loops can be the same size. Then I'm going to move on to removing the excess wire, and to do so I ensure that the flush cutter, the flat side of it, is pointing up. Then I place it like this and I cut the wire, and then you just go ahead and do the other So before I close the loops, I like to squeeze them down with the chain nose, and this will line the loops up with the wire at the bottom. Then you just go in with your round nose and you close them off. Then I go ahead and I close it, then place it back onto the mandrel to reshape it. And this is what it looks like from this side. And you go ahead and measure them against each other as you go along. Right, so the piece on the back is on the larger side, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to correct it. So I open it like this, then cut small pieces from the loops, then close them back, and I then reshape them, then measure it against the other, and I do this until they are the same size. Then once you've done that, you can go ahead and connect the findings, your jump rings and your ear wires. And as usual, I've linked all the items in the description box. Thank you so much for supporting, and I'll see you in the next one.